Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. This isn't the welcome back we expected, in that you're at your house at home and I'm sitting here in my empty classroom. But I just wanted to welcome you all back and kind of touch base a little bit. I hope you had a restful spring break. Mine was not. My kids, as you know, they're 6 and 3, and my 3-year-old thinks that this is the greatest thing that's ever happened because mom and dad are home all the time. My 6-year-old is driving me crazy in that he misses his friends, much like you guys, right? You miss your friends. But thankfully, they're not old enough to understand kind of the gravity of everything that's happening. My basement is a disaster. That's where all the kids' toys are and stuff, and I just have to close the door because I just cannot handle it. It looks like a bomb exploded. It's bad. Anyhow, I won't bore you with the exploits of my Phoenix trip that never happened, and instead the basement exploits. So today, as you've seen on Instagram and School Zone, this week is going to be a slow rollout. So today you're only getting introduced into your Block 1 classes. So my class this morning, and if you have a Block 1B class this afternoon. And so in Google Classroom, in our Google Classroom, I've got a new Google Classroom code for you. So what we're doing is we're transitioning all of our classes into kind of bigger classrooms. So we'll be joining a class, Google Classroom, with Mr. Baylog and Mr. McCollum's full year Social 30 classes. And the reason that we're doing this is to streamline the delivery so that if one of us gets sick, then you still have the capacity to carry on with your class, and we'll go from there. So sometimes you'll see me, sometimes you'll see Mr. Baylog, sometimes you'll see Mr. McCollum in terms of the pre-recorded lessons, but you'll see all of us at some point. When we go live next week on kind of tutorial type sessions or group chats, sometimes it'll be me, sometimes it'll be Mr. Baylog, sometimes it'll be Mr. McCollum, maybe Mr. Robertson, kind of rotating through, because naturally we all teach multiple classes, but we only have a set live time that we're allowed to go live every day, as to not interrupt the other departments. So stay tuned for more information on that next week. So kind of the goal for today, join the Common Google Classroom. In that Common Google Classroom is a short video. It's about 25 minutes, half an hour, reviewing the material we left off with Hitler and Stalin. Mr. McCollum is the speaker in that one, and an activity for this week. That activity, it's related to COVID-19 and how this is impacting you, and so that's going to be due on Monday morning, so Monday next week at 9 a.m. because every class is getting the same activity, but you know the Block 4 classes aren't getting it until Thursday, and it's a 4-day kind of reflection. So if you could make sure that you get into that, if you have any trouble logging into anything, or there's connection issues, or you're just concerned about anything, just don't hesitate to send me an email, and we'll get going on that. Okay, and I'll touch base with you. So my kids are obsessed with The Lion King. I think I have watched The Lion King in the last 2 weeks about 32 times. And my 6-year-old is constantly singing Hakuna Matata. So as a department, we decided that we wanted to, you know, in the movie Anchorman, which some of you may have not seen because you're young, every time Will Ferrell signs off, right, he says, "Stay classy, San Diego." So we decided we all needed taglines for the end of our videos. So being the mom of a 6-year-old that lives now on Disney Plus, I figured my sign off every day is going to be Hakuna Matata.